Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. It is Thursday, November 16th, a little after 4 p.m. Central my time. Instead of doing my usual live stream, I want to do a recorded video because there's some thoughts that are going through my mind that I want to share. Usually my process goes, I sit down sometime after I wake up and I have my coffee. I open up the computer and I start searching for topics that I want to talk about that day, or maybe some specific things that I've written down from before that I want to hit. And today is one of those days where being a story that is Tesla and being the leader that is Elon Musk, who is one of the most searched keywords on the internet, it's a disaster out there. And I think it's a good moment to sit down and talk about what it means in this day and age to follow a company like Tesla, to have somebody like an Elon who his words go a long way as far as the topics that he talks about. It's no secret that ever since he's purchased Twitter, what is now X, he has taken more of his time to maybe weigh in on controversial topics and perhaps kind of convey controversial opinions. And of course, unless you've been living under a rock, there has been some pretty crazy stuff happening over in the Middle East with the Israel-Palestine conflict. And anytime there seems to be any meandering into the topic from Elon's perspective, it becomes a forcing function for a lot of media companies to capitalize on that. And one could make the argument that this video falls directly into that. So what I'm basically trying to say here is that today's a perfect example that even though you might be following a company for a specific reason, be it it's electric cars, because you have an outspoken CEO who comes out and says a lot of things, not just related to the cars, you're going to have a lot of information that's there to try and capitalize on that dynamic of having a company that's followed very, very closely in Tesla, a CEO that's followed very closely in Elon Musk, and topics, current events that are super inflammatory and super, super important. I encourage you to do your diligence after you read a lot of these headlines and do your diligence to sit down and see what was actually said. I don't want to get into the actual what he said or didn't say or what he meant or didn't mean. I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about. I just want to encourage you to do your own diligence. The way the media works, and I learned this because of YouTube, and this is where I'm super grateful for this opportunity, being able to sit down and making videos every day. This is literally the greatest job, even if you can call it that, in the world. I'm so fortunate and honored to be in this situation. But one of the things that I've figured out during this journey is that I've come to learn how the media works, how companies try to capitalize on keywords specifically in search terms to go after to make content. This channel is a perfect example. I cover Tesla primarily. I also cover electric vehicles, but I know that if I'm going to make a Tesla video, that video is going to perform significantly better than, say, if I'm covering Lucid or if I'm covering Rivian, because Tesla has a lot of fandom behind it. It has a lot of attention behind it. Elon Musk is the same exact thing. It has a lot of attention behind it. It has a lot of fandom behind it. So what media companies try to do is they try to pick out these words, these search words that will drive the most eyeballs to their websites as possible. And the reason why that's very important for those companies is because that's how they make money. The more eyeballs you can get on a piece of media, including this video, the more chances that platform has to show you ads. You might be clicking skip right now based on how YouTube pushes ads. And that's how those publications make money. And the way to drive that as much as possible, the way to drive eyeballs to a publication as much as possible, and the holy grail is to find topics that are super controversial and are at the top of mind for as many people as you can find, and also insert sort of variables like an Elon Musk, like a Tesla, like whatever other things you can think of that could make you reach an even bigger audience, okay? And I think that's what kind of describes today, in my opinion. So this video is just here to let you know that, hey, do your own research, including anything you see on this channel. Never take anything for what it's telling you. Things are generally a lot more complex and a lot more nuanced than you think. Frankly, it's especially in such a volatile environment that we're in right now, with the amount of emotions that are running wild for a lot of us. I don't think I have to say anything else besides that, but just try to do your diligence, really dig into why this piece of journalism is out there in the first place. And again, without trying to say if what was said or not said is good or bad, generally speaking, from my experience, things are not presented in the proper nuance that they deserve. And being in a field that gets a ton of attention, again, Elon Musk, Tesla, this electric vehicle revolution, that those kinds of keywords are going to drive a lot of traffic to these websites. So that's just, I guess, a public service announcement. I was going to sit down and talk about, Lucid coming out with their new SUV and some other stuff that's happening in the EV world, but I thought this was a little bit more, perhaps more of value to folks that follow my channel. So, I hope you're having a great Thursday, and we'll see you tomorrow on Friday. Take it easy, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by.